keep going for the here aboard, and that's not going to work. Here aboard is not going to work. The doctor's libido is up since it was an addition to his program. Oh, we were talking about the doctor's Roar TV channel. Gotcha. I was wondering what the hell you all were talking about. Let's go upstairs. I said, let's go upstairs. Yeah, wasn't it like, wasn't it something like the doctor developed himself the ability to daydream, and it ended up like turning into him like dreaming about Seven of Nine with her clothes off and stuff, you know, just normal stuff. Our first word for Wordle, I'm gonna start with our old Wordle of the day. We're gonna start with opera is gonna be our first word. All right, how about art? Is arty a word? It's not. How about Artec? How about cardi? How about carts? There we go. The episode was Daydreams and Some Idiot Aliens. Oh, is that the same episode? Was that the one with the hold on. I know it's not roast, but I want to get some of these letters in place. Worth it. Is that the one where he became like the emergency command hologram, and the aliens believed that he was the captain, and Janeway was like, "Well, you can't be the captain. You're just a hologram, and no one likes you." That sort of thing. The pear-shaped aliens. I vaguely remember this. How about trail? Hey, there we go. I'm not sure how I got trail out of that, but I'm glad I did, because that works out very well. I moved the Twitch viewer down to the spam channels, by the way. Mostly because I'm so lazy that I don't want to have to scroll all the way back up to get to the Twitch viewer at the top of the Discord. So Twitch viewers down there, right next to Wordle. Let me get these curtains down for a minute, because actually, no, I need those curtains back up because I need to see what I'm doing. I need to switch to this, and I want to turn this one on. There we go. Perfect. Now I can put the curtains down. Then they had to play along because otherwise the hierarchy... Oh, the curtains. That's behind the curtains. I'm really good at streaming. Have you guys ever noticed how good I am at this? There we go. Now I can put the curtains down. Perfect. I kind of want to do the to redo Voyager, but as you can probably tell, I have other stuff on my roster to do at the moment. All right, I got the game working. Woo! There we go. You out. You on. Do I have music for you? I'm going to start the intro of the game because I haven't actually seen the intro of this. Is this on? Oh God. Well, it's taking advantage of extra memory, so I don't know if that helps. I don't know if that helps your knowledge of how old this game is. It's from 1993. I don't know if that helps. I haven't watched the intro. I have a very vague understanding of what the game is. I do, however, know the controls of the game, and I know that the game works. That's unnecessarily loud. I don't know how much is relevant in the game intro for us to know before we can get started. From what I understand, we are a investigator, investigating the falling of the chandelier. But I'm sure they'll go into, I'm sure it will go into that later. This will be a thing. This game is, what's the word? I mean, it's an early 90s adventure point-and-click game. It's not going to be much different than, say, Indiana Jones. It is voice acted. At least the actual voices on screen. Tonight, Christine Florent in the Issel 1881 score of Don Juan Triumphant by Eric, the Phantom of the Opera. Who's Christine Florent? It's Christine Daae. Did she get married? I moved the screen so that essentially nothing would be behind Roar TV. I do want to move the black bar behind it, though. I wonder if I can do that without upsetting the game. Looks like no. I will once the intro's over. The graphics are actually surprisingly decent. I'm not sure what's going on with the music, but the graphics are surprisingly decent. Like, is this music? Is this what the kids are calling music? Tonight is the world premiere of the legendary 1881 score Don Juan Triumphant. Wildly unnecessarily loud clapping. The piece supposedly written by Eric, the madman once known as the Phantom of the Opera. Eric with a K, mind you. As the opera begins, no one considers the possibility that the composer himself might also attend the performance. Do you know the Phantom of the Opera story, Felinoid? Are you aware of the story of the Phantom of the Opera? After all, his skeleton was found deep below the theater in the catacombs over 100 years ago. Oh, so he's just gonna be here? What do you mean? What do you mean he's gonna be here? Or was it? 100 years ago? Eric was a man. At the end of the day, he was that chandelier noise is pissing me off. At the end of the day, the Phantom was but a man. Look, drop the chandelier or don't. You're jerking us around over here. There it goes. It's the same screen. Apparently there's FMVs too, yeah. I guess. I don't know. This is the first I'm seeing of it. Man, the sound is all over the place in this game. Let's start the game. That was the introduction. We're gonna play on novice level because I think that's fine. I wanna introduce the game. I wanna play the game.
Ah, Monsieur Montand, there you are. Step down here, please. I wish to speak with you.
I'm gonna be real. I don't think we need to spend extra time on stupidly long puzzles or anything. So we can look around. What can we look at? Look at back wall. We're in a theater. We can look at everything. All the voices are voice acted, but everything else is not. So we can look at stuff. The seats are comfortable. Okay. Can we look at aisle? The plush carpeted aisle runs down the center of the house towards the orchestra pit in the east. Okay. We don't actually have to look at anything in here. Supposedly, this game is not very long, but on the other hand, neither is King's Quest V, and it could take a dog's age if you don't know what you're doing.
As manager of the opera, I just wanted to thank you, monsieur. We were so fortunate that you were attending the premiere tonight. Without your assistance in caring for the victims and dealing with the ensuing chaos, the situation would have been much worse. I thank you for all you have done, Raoul. It is not every detective with the Sûreté who is also a patron of the opera. I do hope you will continue to investigate this horrible tragedy. I am afraid we have only just begun. Let us discuss how to proceed.
So this is Raoul, but I'm pretty sure it's not Raoul from the original book slash movie. No need to thank me, Monsieur Cheese.
No need to thank me, Monsieur Brie.
Nonsense. You acted admirably and valiantly. I hope you will continue to do so when I tell you what I have to say.
You know, it is voice acted. It's not very well voice acted. That is straight up, I was one of the programmers. What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Dad, come here, you gotta see this.
Good times.
Only
I just
this is the
added
work
that
of a
today.
madman, and he must be stopped. Who knows when he might strike again?
We can't assume.
Game over!
We can't assume that this is the same guy, right? From 100 years ago? Like, we can't just presume that. Tell me everything you know, buddy.
Tell me everything you know about this.
There are a lot of lunatics in Paris. I firmly believe that this is a copycat crime.
Are you sure you have no suspects at the opera?
I trust my staff implicitly.
I was going to say, why is it
Stage
so
manager
echoey,
has
but we
confirmed
are in
that
an
all
opera
employees
house.
were at their positions when the crime occurred. I have sent everyone home. I suppose you could return to the theater tomorrow should you wish to question anyone who is not here now.
Ooh, 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 ooh. What do you mean copycat crime?
What do you mean by copycat crime?
I need to stop reading it because he's going to read it out.
Why, do you not see? This is precisely the same crime committed by the Phantom of the Opera in 1881. Someone is trying to make us think that the Phantom has returned.
Okay, so this is not the same event. Like, obviously it's not the same event, but they're not trying to presume that the Phantom is back.
Tell me more about the Phantom.
The Phantom.
His name was Eric. He lived below the opera while the thing was being built. He caused a lot of havoc because he was in love with an ingenue named Christine Day.
That's not how you
His
say
things
that.
were found at the turn of
Boo!
the century. He died sometime between 1881 and 1900.
Christine Daae. Are we being real right now?
Christine Day. Any relation to tonight's star?
You mean Christine Florent? No, I do not think so.
So let me get this straight. It's 100 years later with the same chandelier, but two different Christines. This seems, and what things were found?
What things were...
His mask, the original score to his opera Don Juan Triumphant, and a wedding ring, supposedly the one he originally gave to Christine Day. She returned it to him before she disappeared.
I'm
with
not
her lover,
pissed
the Vicomte
yet.
Monet. His name was Raoul.
Oh my God, his name is. They're just reusing all the same names. Why?
Where are these artifacts now?
We have kept them on display in the opera library for years. Please feel free to go see them. There are some other documents in the library which will give you some information on the Phantom.
How were these artifacts found?
I don't understand why they're making all of these coincidences. There's no reason for that.
Some excavation was performed in the catacombs around the turn of the century. The ruins of a strange abode were found. A skeleton was discovered within, along with the artifacts. It is believed that this was the body of Eric, but nobody has ever really proved it.
Who do you suggest I talk
Who do you
to?
suggest I speak with?
Yeah, exactly. Where can I find the
Find Charles, our
Phantom
stage manager.
of the singing
He should be able
place?
to help you.
No relation. Where's Charles?
Where can I find Charles?
You should be able to find him in the stage left wing at his post.
How do I get around the theater?
Go east into the orchestra pit and then into the trap room.
The trap
Should lead
room?
you backstage. Charles can direct you from there.
What do you want me to do then, monsieur?
Maybe do your job, Monsieur
I
Raoul.
would like you to explore the theater. Talk to people you see. Find out where this madman is hiding. Good Lord, man, there were people murdered tonight.
How many people?
I don't think this lunatic is going to stop there.
How many people? Was it just the one lady that it fell
Please,
on?
I ask you, Raoul, as a friend. See what you can find out. I shall be in my office shortly. Come find me and give me a report on your progress. Then I'll give you further instruction. Good luck.
Does it feel weird we're sitting so close to the crime scene?
Until later, Monsieur.
I'm just sort of chilling.
I shall see you soon, Raoul.
Alright, well, let's take a look at... The crumpled, ornate chandelier looks like a dead animal lying on top of the seats. You're amazed that even more people were not hurt in the mishap. So I'm guessing that I'm not actually looking for clues here. I assume it wants me to go and talk to people. What do we got here? Look at chandelier's way back there. It was once a beautiful piece of art, all crystal and glass. You're thankful you were not sitting in the orchestra section of the seats at the time. Look at music stand. The musical stands are identical, empty, and made of a thin black material. Music stands have remained relatively unchanged for a century. Have they only had... That feels hard to believe, that they've been using this style of music stand for hundreds of years. I mean, I guess why not, but these chairs are used by the orchestra members. It seems to you that they may have been a bit hard on the posterior during a long opera. Okay. Don't worry about the orchestra's ass, Raoul. It's not your job. I'm going to guess, and I could be wrong, that this is going to be a more LucasArts style of game as opposed to a Sierra style of game. I don't assume that Raoul is going to die horribly, but I could be wrong. The prompter pokes his head through the opening in order to cue the actors. He must stand on the prompter stand in order to do so. Well, that's neat. The stair unit can be rolled between two positions, one beneath the prompter's box and another beneath the trap door. The prompter climbs this contraption to utilize the prompter's box. Okay. I'm guessing I don't need to know that. Anything in the junk? It's a pile of old boxes and props that were never properly discarded. Unfortunately, every theater in the world has junk like this. Walk to carton. One's held lighting cable. Can I, take it? I want to take things. Take carton. You hesitate and you realize the carton is not really yours to take. And after a bit of thought, you decide it's not a clue. Is that just going to be on everything? Like, what if I decide to take junk? Okay. I'm assuming it doesn't have, something for everything. But we could, we'll try a few things. Look at trap ceiling. It's actually the bottom of the stage floor above. Garbage can. Some stagehand's week old lunch wrappings. Is there anything in there there could be clues. I don't know. I kind of feel like he's not. Oh, I see a lever. Hold on. Stop. This lever looks as if it performs a mechanical function. What if I pull lever? No, not give. Pull lever. Climb up through trap door. I can do this? I can move this? Pull prompter stand. How am I liking this story phantom telling? I mean, it's a little rough, but it was 1993. If I go up through here, and then I'll be able to go up through the trap door for whatever damn reason. That put me on stage. Oh, was this I probably could have gotten through on the other way. Get apron. I saw apron. Hold on. Stop moving the camera. You're making me sick. Walk across apron. You do not even have the apron. Take apron. What is an apron? Look at apron. The apron is the area of the stage downstairs at the proscenium arch. At the moment, the opera house has a shallow apron. Okay, I don't care. Reminded of Cole going, nah. That does feel very much the case there, It feels like there's just a few options of, you can't do that. Raoul feels like he can't do that. Ooh, I found a thing! Look at... Not give. Look at yellow frame. A color frame is a piece of hardware that slides into a slot at the front of a lighting instrument. There's a yellow colored gel in this one. I say we take it. Heck yeah, we got a thing. It feels like the game with the creepy guy is walking towards you and you have to run through rooms to get away. Clock Tower for the SNES, right, Kitty? I think that's what it is. An ordinary headset where the stage manager or a stagehand uses to communicate with other members of the stage crew during a performance. What year is this? Is it 1985? They said it was the 100-year pull headset. Take headset. Would not be much use to you anyway. Okay, none of that's useful, I guess. Scissor Man was the villain we deserved. I don't know much about Clock Tower. Is Clock Tower a game I should play? From what I understand, the answer was probably no. Hemp ropes running from the top of the arbor. They are pulled to change the position of the scenery. Gotcha. Let's walk backstage. Because there does not seem to be anything here. We need to go talk to somebody. There was somebody back here that we needed to talk to. I do have a walkthrough. I prefer not to immediately go to being told how to play the video game. But I do have the option. Look at... Oh, I just want to look. Look at statue. Look at statue. It's not anyone you recognize. Okay, I'm glad that I just want to take everything that's not nailed down. Is that Finn? Did I just hear Finn bark? Finn, are you barking? It seems to be stuck here on give. I would like it to be stuck. Oh wait, I think I might. Well, first things first, we can save the game. That'd probably be good. Save. Because I'm going to be honest, I'm not sure how much, how inspired I would be to restart the game if it died. Why didn't fair share work? All I want is what I have coming to me. All I want is my fair share.
All I want is what I have coming to me. All I want is my fair share.
That should have worked. Walk to big prop. Look at big prop. This huge Egyptian statue is as tall as the fly loft. Its head is way up there. You know it's made of paper mache. I just want to find the person I need to talk to. Don't make me pull up butt nut. That's text to speech. Hold on a second. Let me pull this out. Have I done what I needed to do? Oh god, that's not going to be helpful. It said to collect something colorful. I've done that. Okay. Walk to ventilation duct. Why is none of those working?
I walk where I want. What's it to you, butt nut?
That should work. The heck? Let's go down circular staircase. Sacre bleu. Someone didn't call heads. Calling heads when you drop something is the first rule of the theater. You think? There doesn't seem to be anyone up there. Was this an accident or someone else? Take sandbag. Sandbags are commonly used in theaters as counterweights. This one is a heavy 10-pound bag, and the rope attached to it looks conspicuously cut. One thing must break. Yeah, it seems to be. It seems to be the case, Feelanoid. He does seem to be trying to kill me. That one was aimed for my head. Oh, I found something else colorful. Take red frame. A color frame. Yeah, we know. That's what a color frame is. Take bear prop. I would like the bear prop. This discarded prop was apparently used in some opera about animals. From the faded paint, it seems like the prop is extremely old. That door leads to the trap room. That's where we came in. Oh, okay. Now I know where we're at. Walk to Thunder Machine. Look at Thunder. Oh, is this just like a piece of aluminum? Yeah, they just slam the aluminum and it makes it look like makes it sound like thunder. Vive la France is the graffiti on the wall. And I don't think there's anything else worthwhile in here. We need to find the guy. Door's locked. Oh. Well, was there something in here that's worthwhile, I wonder? Because if I was not able to come in here directly, I had to go up and around. If I keep climbing down the staircase, maybe that will send me somewhere near. Why? It's very odd. It's very odd that that's not working.
You broke it, didn't you?
It doesn't make any sense. Okay, that's the problem. It's touch portal. Hold on, we can fix that. All right, hold on. Let me reload touch portal. Because I don't want to have to. I don't want to alt tab every 2 seconds, anyways. Touch portal's being a brat. Look at mummy prop. Whatever, possibly something left over from Verdi's Aida. Whatever it is, it looks like it's as old as ancient Europe. Let me load this, and restart the Roar TVs. Excellent. All right, so now it should work. What is Roar TV? I think you were looking at, you don't need to be seeing any of that. There you go. I think that was, what's his name?
It's an avocado.
It was an avocado.
Thanks.
It looked like a sheep. Oh, I don't remember. I saw George W. Bush. I need to see the picture again. What is this? Walk to mug. The stuff should work now. This thing is so moldy you wouldn't really want to touch it. Well, it's evidence. Look at mug. Walk across floor. Is there anything over here? Walk to flat. Look at flat. Opera setting. Walk to crates. Walk to crates. There's nothing here. There's got to be something. Oh, I can go down the circular.
It's okay, guys. She's no longer horny.
There you go. Now it's working. Walk across floor. Walk to crates. Yeah, I don't think there's any. Walk to dinette set. Look at dinette set. Obviously meant to look at, not set at. Okay, so there's nothing here. There's no reason to come here.
Yes, we got a full tank of dicks.
There's no reason to do any of this. In fact, let's continue going up. Maybe we can go up and around. Explore the upper areas. I need to go up. I never did go up. I'm just taking peeks. I looked at an actual walkthrough of the game and I fed it into the devil and said, hey, can you make me a spoiler-free walkthrough? Look at that shadow of the game. So it's giving me basically a riddles quest on my phone. So if I want to look at it, I've got to decipher what it's saying. You suddenly get a creepy feeling that someone's watching you. Am I going to die? Let's save the game. Okay. There's nothing. It doesn't tell me to do anything. I don't mind looking around. I just need to know if I'm going in the complete wrong direction. Pikachu loves Florida. Walk to sandbag. Oh, here's where the sandbags were. You think that this dark tarp is rather spooky looking, as if something's hidden behind it. You don't say. Pull tarp. Take tarp. You look closely at the tarp and see that it merely covers a pile of other tarps, so you decide not to take it. So was that a misnomer then? Is there not something? All right, fine. Look at counterweight system. Look at sandbags. Look at railing. Far more complex. No. Okay, nothing there. Lighting instrument. These ellipsoid spotlights are the modern lighting standards used in theaters around the world. I don't know if there's anything up here. I don't know if there's anything up here in this catwalk. Lighting instrument. Catwalk over house. Oh, I almost see that dog. I see the dog and most of his face. That's adorable. I found another frame. I found a frame. Take frame. I have like all 3 frames now. Can I combine them? Is that even an option in this game to combine? Doesn't look like it. I kind of get the vibe of this game, and I think it's because it's a Microprose game. It's like the same company that made like XCOM, right? Like the same team. Walk to hemp, walk to crate. Crate is tied to the ductwork. Walk to large note. Look at large note. There seems to be some kind of note. Okay, thanks. Thanks, Raoul. Take note.
My dear Raoul, it is time that we settle our differences. 100 years is a long time to hold a grudge, and the weight of it has become unbearable. Revenge is the sweetest of all music, and soon the opera house shall be ringing with it.
So he knows that we're not the same Raoul, right? Like, it's been 100 years. We're clearly not the same Raoul. This piece of lumber looks like it's been here for decades. Can I take the lumber? Can I pull the lumber?
What in the blue fuck is this?
This is Phantom of the Opera, or excuse me, Return of the Opera. Let's climb into hole. That looks... You would fall to your death, Raoul. Okay, I meant to save it first. How about we climb the rope? Is that an option? Can we... What if we pull the cable? And I don't have any option to do any of the rest of that. Oh, this was the chandelier. I'm stupid. This was the chandelier. Why is the video games... Well, I can't give you an excellent answer to that, Brainbuster. This was a... Oh, I found another green frame. This is 100 years after the original tragedy of the Phantom of the Opera story. And it seems that for whatever reason... Do I have to go all the way back now? I'll take that as a yes. It seems like for whatever reason they are redoing the Don Juan Triumphant. I'm not sure how versed you are in Phantom of the Opera lore, but Don Juan Triumphant was the play that the Phantom of the Opera Eric wrote in the original story. and they are performing it, which seems stupid because from what I remember, wasn't Don Juan Triumphant like a horrendously awful play? Like just truly rip-roaringly bad? Like I thought that was like a whole plot point in the original story. And that was part of the reason they were like, look, it's one thing. It's not only is he making us do this because we don't want people to die, but this play is sloppy ass. You know? I don't know. Retrace your steps to the grand hall and find a place filled with books. Books. I still haven't found anybody to interview. Microprose had financial difficulties and had to merge in late 1993. This game might have been their downfall. I don't know how well this game did. I mean, honestly, it's a little rough. Look at this stupid room. It's a little rough around the edges, but it's not substantially different. You didn't have to show us this. Oh, good. There's another staircase. It's not substantially different than, say, King's Quest VI. You know, with like the with the cliffs of knowledge or whatnot. Where are we now? I'm so lost. Walk to bulletin board. Let's look at the bulletin board. Nothing seemingly... Oh, there is a paper here. They might have had to pay quite a bit for this license. I'm not sure to whom. The only thing written here is a number you do not recognize. A thing that I'm going to take a picture of. Think I'm writing that down? You nuts. 72360, comma 2432. What could that possibly be related to? Well, we have it if we need it. Ooh, you know when you've got a catch in your back that really sucks and you don't notice it until you sit down? That's oh, hi. Sorry. I didn't mean to Donald Trump my way into your dressing room. Is it okay if I walk in? Great, I'm gonna look around. Makeup table, dressing table, plant, coat rack. They released 18 games in 1993. Okay, this wasn't this game's fault. I got to imagine, compared to games like Pirates Gold, this game was not the big problem. Dresses behind the dressing room, light fixture, review. Container. Probably contains makeup or something. Alright. Walk to wardrobe. Can I open wardrobe? Can I look into things? You have better manners than that. You would only search someone else's private property when she's not present. I see. Gotcha. All right, get her out of the room. Message received. Talked to woman.
Bonjour, monsieur. Have a seat while I practice.
What do you mean? Oh, I see. She wants me... Okay. You want to pull the chair a little forward, Raoul? Mademoiselle, I will talk to you from across the room. I am, you have nice form. What's your name?
You have nice form. What is your name?
The creepiest of options.
Merci. I am Julie Geary. What can I do for you?
What are your thoughts regarding the chandelier tragedy?
I'm almost 100% sure this music is from, colonization. It feels very similar.
I am glad you asked. It was the opera ghost. He has returned. I always knew he would.
The opera ghost. Why do you say you always?
Why do you say that you always knew he would return?
Because I have dreamt about it. I have some of the powers that my great-grandmother had, you see.
Oh, God. Tell me more.
Your great-grandmother? Please, enlighten me.
Madame Geary worked at the opera as what today we would call an usher. She looked after the boxes. She was in charge of the Phantom's personal box.
Oh, this is Madame Geary's granddaughter? You know what? They're really falling into the same thing that like Star Wars did. It's like you have a whole universe of people you could pull from and everybody's a Skywalker. Tell me about your dreams, kid.
Tell me about your dreams.
I see him in the haze of darkness and shadows. He emerges. He has a woman with him dressed in white, but I cannot see her face. She is wearing a mask. I think I know who she might be, though.
Who do you think she is?
The Phantom was in love with a singer named Christine Day. It could
That's
be
not how
her,
you say that name.
but I have a theory that it might be Christine Florent. There is some kind of connection between the two. Not only do they look alike, but they are both gifted singers. Perhaps that is why the ghost has returned here and now, because of her.
They also have the same name, which is really important in this universe.
Tell me more about Madame Geary.
To put it bluntly, she was a psychic. She communicated with the Phantom without ever seeing him or speaking to him directly.
What?
She also wrote a book about him, which you can find in the opera library.
She did what? I don't remember that. I don't remember that from the original book.
Communicated with him?
Or the play.
Yes, he would leave her instructions in his box, but she almost always knew beforehand what he wanted and provided it. The ghost tipped her very well. He was good to her.
Tell me about the book.
She wrote it around
I feel
the
like
turn
they're
of the
taking
century,
wild
after
liberties.
the Phantom's supposed death. She became something of an authority on the man. If you haven't read it, you probably should.
Okay, it's in the library. Got
His
it.
personal box. Go on, please.
Tell me more about his box,
It was
madame.
Box 5. He had ordered the manager of the opera to never sell the box, as it was his. He would attend the opera in that box, but no one knew how he got into it. He certainly didn't go through the door.
Didn't your great-grandmother see him?
Didn't your great-grandmother see him in the box?
Never. She never tried to see him. She was a little afraid of him despite his kindness. But my mother said that great-grandmother told her that Box 5 had some kind of trick in it.
Good sentence.
How do you know it's the ghost?
Because I saw him.
Where and when did you see him?
It was 2 nights ago. I was coming out of my dressing room and I saw him on the staircase. He turned to me, then quickly ran up the stairs. I was too frightened to follow.
He had a mask. That was definitely the same guy.
What did he look like?
He was dressed formally, but his clothes were rather old-fashioned, of the kind they wore during his day. He had on a cape and was carrying a cane. He was not wearing a mask. I only caught a glimpse of his face, for it was very dark. It looked like a skull.
I think that was from a different act, kid. Tell me a little about yourself.
Tell me a little about yourself.
Well, I am a dancer with the ballet corps. I am taking acting lessons and hope to become a prima donna like Christine Florent.
How long have you been associated with the opera?
Did you know that you're a suspect in this murder?
My family has been with the opera all the way back to my great-grandmother. My mother was a costume seamstress. My grandmother was in the ballet like me. My great-grandmother worked for the public sector of the opera.
You're boring.
Do you know Christine Florent
Quit
well?
boring people.
She's very sweet, but she tends to keep to herself, like most prima donnas. I believe that she knows more about this chandelier incident than she lets on.
What do you think she knows?
When I mentioned that I saw the opera ghost the other day, she turned quite pale and said not to spread such rumors.
I mean, she probably thinks you're full of shit and making up stories.
Merci. I shall speak with you later. Adieu.
I've already forgotten your name, my dear.
Adieu, monsieur.
Would you like a sandbag? I need you to leave so I can search through your wardrobe. I think the problem they had back in '93 was they just had so many ideas they wanted to unleash on the world. And everybody back in those days wanted to put out a you know, they wanted to put out the next King's Quest or Quest for Glory. They wanted to put out the next clickin', movin' RPG. What if I just keep going up? I'm gonna regret this. Stretching out the neck. Oh, there's a door. Okay, is there anything up here? Nice thing is that all of the places we've searched, we've got a bunch of these frames. So if that's required, then, you know, we'll be set for that. You know, we'll be set up. We just walk in here and it's just the Phantom. He's just like, oh, shit, you're not supposed to be here. Closed and locked, no one's inside. Ooh. Tell me more. This is a fire axe. I'm taking that. It's only for emergencies. I'm gonna have to use that axe later in the game. That's Chekhov's fire axe right there. Hello. I have arrived. Walk to small notes. There seems to be a small note protruding from the pocket of the dressing gown. You don't mind if I take that, do you? This note doesn't belong to you. So what? I'm an investigator. All right, fine. We haven't saved in a while, so let's save. And we're gonna talk to.
Four
lady
games
over
in
there.
1982, 4 in 1983, 1 in 1984. Rude. 6 in 1985, 2 in 1986, 4 in 87, 8 in 88, 8 in 89, 15 in 90, 14 in 91. 18 in 92, 18 in 93, 13 in 94, 13 in 95, 8 in 96, 8 in 97, 9 in 98,
9
13
in 98.
99, 8 in 2000, and then 2 each in 01 and 02.
Yeah, they were really big in the 90s. I'm bad at spelling.
Why don't you lay off the Asians, Lou?
That's a lot of games. Hello.
Bonjour. Who are you?
You can call me Raoul.
Bonjour. You can call me Raoul, my dear.
I am Christine Florent. I'm glad you are here. Please sit down.
This character looks nothing like Christine from the olden days, so if there's supposed to be some...
Bonjour. Who are you?
Wasn't Christine a blonde in like every rendition? How are you? I think she's the main lady, so I don't think
Why
she'd be happy.
Why are you glad I am here?
Because I believe I am in danger. I've been afraid to mention it to anyone until tonight.
What do you mean by until tonight?
I was worried somebody would drop a chandelier on me.
You have a kind face, monsieur. I sense that I can trust you.
Why do you think you are in danger?
It's somehow connected with a chandelier falling tonight.
Oh, I was kidding. What can you tell me about that?
Can you tell me anything about the chandelier falling?
Can you tell me about this fuckboy who's about to be banned by a big moving train?
Yes, I
Everybody
suppose I
wave
must
by.
speak up now.
Oh, I can't hear you, Christine. I can't hear you over this fuckboy getting banned.
What? All because of me that those poor people were killed.
What? Okay, couldn't hear it. And then this shit in 2013 out of nowhere when they weren't even a company. Man, my Discord is loading so slow. I suppose I must speak up now. I was afraid to mention anything because of it. I believe it was because of me that those poor people were killed.
Why do you think it is all because of you?
What is this? Hold on, I can fix this. There we go. Now I can actually see all of the Twitch viewer. What is this game? Girl Fight? So the same company that made Return of the Phantom made Girl Fight.
Because the opera ghost has returned to seek his revenge. But why me? I do not know.
Because you kind of look like Christine Daae. You don't look anything like Christine Daae, but the game wants me to seems to make me want to think you do.
The opera ghost? What do you know about him?
When they weren't even a company. Gotcha, I missed that part of it.
Only that his name was Eric, and he was a talented composer and architect. Some say he possessed some black magic abilities, but who knows? You probably think I might be crazy, but I believe in him. speaks to me in my dreams. Actually, it's the same dream, over and over.
Okay, see, this is upsetting. This is important information, so we might...
Fight is a 2013 erotic fighting game developed by Microprose and Kung Fu Factory. It was released in September 2013 for PlayStation 3 via PlayStation Network and for Xbox 360 via Xbox Live Arcade. The game received negative reviews from critics, calling it low-budget and poorly made while criticizing its emphasis on sexual aspects.
There is a mysterious man,
it's like Live Alive,
dressed
right?
formally, in a cape. He's standing in the shadows with a mist surrounding him. He beckons to me. He has a seductive quality that I cannot resist. I go to him, but his face is in shadow.
I really want to give him an HJ, but I can't find it. It's a dream. My legs are coated in molasses, and I can't move.
What else happens in the dream?
He makes love to me.
Whoa!
At first it is passionate and pleasurable, but then I always begin to feel trapped, and I struggle to get away. I reach up to move his face into the light, but he won't let me.
I'm sorry. When does that happen in the books? When does Christine Daae immediately go to, well, we fucked? I don't know. Is that what you wanted to hear, Raoul?
What does he do then?
My attempt to see him
angers him. Does his penis also have a little mask on it?
Around my neck.
That'd be really funny.
He starts to strangle me. Just as I start to black out, I wake up. It's very frightening.
And listen, I like being strangled, but...
What makes you think he's after you?
Because I received a note from him.
Oh, you mean this? This note over here I tried to take a moment ago? Girl fight launch trailer. Well, let's watch that after the break. What does the note say?
What does the note say?
Like he pulls his little phantom of the wiener out, and it's just like, ah!
That he is seeking his revenge
Boo
on
that
me
joke.
for leaving him to die alone or something like that. I don't know what he means.
Do you still have this note?
Yes. If you want it, you can have it. It's there in my dressing gown.
Okay. He just takes her whole dressing gown and shoves it in.
I'll take a look at that note, if you don't mind.
Please do.
Beware. I have returned to seek my revenge against you for leaving me to die in loneliness and solitude. Not even your lover can save you this time.
Oh, so whoever this person is, who may or may not be the Phantom if he has powers to enter people's minds, believes that you are the same person 100 years ago. You are in trouble because if this person is a crazy ghost and does have special powers, you're fucked. You're fucked 8 ways from Sunday.
Have you ever seen him when you were awake?
Never. Only in the dream. But little Julie Geary has claimed to have seen him. She describes him just as he appears in the dream.
Oh, is that right? You mean he has a mask? Yeah, she was a real bundle of help.
Have you ever heard of Christine Daae?
No, I've heard of Christine Daae. Is that what you meant to say? You see how it has 2 A's and an E? That means you don't say it like...
Yes, I know the story of the Phantom. No one knows what happened to Christine Daae and her lover, Raoul de Chagny. Supposedly they disappeared together. I don't blame them. I have heard stories that I resemble her.
Did no one watch the stage show? Did no one listen? I know Andrew Lloyd Webber is not the give-all, end-all when it comes to the Phantom of the Opera, but did they not even bother?
You are not related to her, are you?
I'm irritated at the fact that it's like Christine Daae is an extremely important part of the lore, and they couldn't even get her name right?
Frankly, I do not know. My grandmother was orphaned, so I'm unsure of my lineage prior to her. There is only one curious clue.
And what is that clue?
That she was born in Scandinavia, and that was where Christine Daae was from.
He is a mask and
where
is most likely white in demand.
That she and
that
Raoul
should
de
narrow
Chagny
things
fled.
down. Subject is hatless. Repeat, hatless.
She mentioned something about him being in a field of mist. I don't know if that helps you, police sketch artist.
Adieu, Mademoiselle Florent. I must leave now.
Wait, monsieur. Do not leave me, please. I am frightened.
You'll be fine, Furniture. Get a hold of yourself, woman.
Get hold of yourself. You're safe here.
Nicholas Hooper,
Oh my God.
hardcore gamer, rated at
Theonoid,
2/5
Theonoid,
points,
you gotta
likening it
cut
to a
down
dumb
on
version of Dead or
the text to
Alive.
speech.
He criticized the enemy AI as awful even on the hardest difficulty.
I don't
and
mind the
noted a lack
text
of
to speech,
different
but
fighting moves between
you
characters.
gotta keep it
5.
like
Heidi Kemp's of official
couple
Xbox magazine,
sentences.
rated at 3.
I wish I
5
could
tense
believe you.
points, calling
I
it
feel like
stupefyingly
something dreadful
unattractive
is
and
going to happen
hilariously
to me.
unsexy despite
Promise
its
me that you
supposed
will
emphasis
return,
on sex appeal,
all right?
and calling Skullgirls and Dead or Alive 5 ultimate far superior products.
If I have to stop playing the game for like a minute, it's too long. give me like a few sentences max, please. I can't promise shit.
I can't promise that.
Very well, monsieur. Perhaps I will see you again anyway. Adieu.
I'm sorry that you have to leave me. Well, bye. Do you have anything else I can pilfer before I leave? Oh, it's the wait a second. This is the same theater, right? This is the same theater. Those 3 sentences. This is the same theater, right? Like, isn't this like a doorway? What if we push through the mirror? The mirror is not made for pushing. Pull the mirror? What about... All right, let's exit corridor. Oh, wait, there's a notice here. Let's look at notice. Actors often post copies of newspaper reviews. Gotcha. The third one is as long as the previous two. I wouldn't mind if I didn't my button to mute the TTS actually worked, but massive spoilers, it doesn't. I can skip the alert, but I've got to alt tab, and that's really frustrating. And I'd rather not do that. I spent so long complaining about it.
You broke it, didn't you?
Hey, it actually works now. I spent so long complaining about it, I completely ignored the entire message. Enemy AI was awful, even on the hardest difficulty, and noted a lack of difficult fighting moves between the characters. I can talk about this while I'm climbing down the stairs. Despite its supposed emphasis in sex appeal and calling Skullgirls and Dead or Alive Ultimate far superior products. From what I've seen of the Dead or Alive series, it's literally just what is our option to get ladies in swimsuits, right? Like, that's really the entire point of the game, right? Like, let's get these ladies in swimsuits bouncing around on the beach so the physics works. On a completely unrelated subject, I've noticed we get way more of the bots during retro streams. I think that the bots like troll the retro streams. I did not put this game in the Return of the Phantom category. Maybe I should have. I don't know. I don't understand Twitch. I don't even think that is a category. I don't understand why would I put it in a category that has like 40 viewers when I've got like the retro is like the second biggest, I think. Did I even go in this doorway? We're going to take a break in like 2 minutes. Yeah, I can't go there. We need to go... I think we need to go talk to a dude again. We need to talk to the same dude. One of the DOA games had an age check where you enter your age, it put the number into a jiggle physics, so the older you were, the more the titties bounced. That's funny. Woo, 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 woo. I don't even know where that guy went. Also, I've never actually went out this way. When I first tested the game, I only went right. So I've got no idea what's over here in the foyer. I haven't saved in a while. Oh my god. I am going to save real quick. Let's go ahead and take a quick break just so we can do the Twitch thing. I'm going to start going by the recording time as opposed to the actual stream time. So we're about at 1 hour of recorded time. I will be back in a few minutes. Go stretch your necks, do all your back stuff, get a drink, all that stuff. This is your water reminder.
This is your water reminder. I'm Pomo, telling you to drink your water. Drink your water. This is your water reminder.
Is this gonna have porn in it? This game looks like shit. It's only a minute long. This is the best footage they had? Is this all the game is? Is this it? Somebody just had a fetish for beating up women and didn't really know how to make that. Okay. This is the same company that made the game we're playing right now? Or no, it wasn't even the same company. It was like a ghost company, right? That's what you were saying? Okay, shut up. So loud. Oof. Okay, that was Girl Fight. Yeah, terrible game. Oof. So before we went on break, we are trying to find our friend who hired us, more or less. I want to say he's probably in here. We do need to find the library because that is where, what's her name? The Lady Geary's granddaughter was. Walk to glass case. What do we got? This glass case has been smashed open. Whatever valuable objects that once contained are now missing. Someone obviously broke into the case during the chandelier confusion. Well, that sucks. Walk to bookcase. That sounds like someone else's problem. I wasn't hired for that. There are literally thousands of books in here. So I'm not going to easily be able to find that lady's grandma's mom's book, huh? That sucks. Read.
Beware. I have returned to seek my revenge against you for leaving me to die in loneliness and solitude. Not even your lover can save you this time.
So I think that if this is the same Phantom, which based on wacky video game knowledge, it could be, he's gone crazy. Hello, Monsieur Brie. You've known him for years and he's a fairly good friend. It was developed by Microprose and Kung Fu Factory, which makes me think Kung Fu Factory made it and they slapped Microprose. Yeah, because people would see Microprose and they're like, of course they'd think they'd do an okay job. Talk to. Jesus.
Ah, Monsieur Montan. Tell me what you've learned.
Not a whole lot.
The Phantom has communicated to us by writing.
Oh? Really? The Phantom, eh? Well, let's see what you have.
The Phantom? The Phantom of the Opera?
Well, anyone can write a note and sign it OG.
I found a note addressed to me.
A note addressed to me.
Really? This is extraordinary. Let me think about this a bit.
You know, actually, we've found quite a bit of evidence so far. Well, not evidence,
I, too, have a note from the opera ghost. I thought it was a sick joke at first, but now... Well, here it is on the desk. Take it. I suppose I should have said something, notified the authorities. The tragedy might have been prevented. I feel terrible.
So all this time you've had a note written by OG and you haven't felt the need to share it with anyone?
You do not have my permission to perform my Don Juan triumphant. Cease the production immediately, or I shall cause thee a great deal of stress.
Microprose is a publisher after a fan of their old games bought as much Microprose branding and IPs as they could. Did they succeed? Were they able to hold on to the fan? Were they able to hold on to stuff? Or did they get, litigated out? There's been another crime in the library.
There's been another crime.
What do you mean?
Apparently, during the chaos tonight, you had a burglary.
What? In the library? Oh no, we were all so preoccupied with the chandelier mishap that no one noticed.
Hey, Cole, do you know where the book of the granddaughter of Lady Brie is, of Lady Geary?
No, they're priceless. But who would have wanted them? They're of no use, really, to anyone but the Phantom. I hope that book written by Julie Geary's great-grandmother is still in the library. If you haven't found it yet, please get it and take a look at it. It might be helpful to you.
Well, where is it?
It seems that this opera ghost of yours does exist.
Monsieur Brie raises his eyebrows at your statement, but then you shrug your shoulders, indicating you're only half serious.
Oh, come now, Raoul. You've been listening to too many rumors.
Falling sandbags are not rumors.
What? Did you have an accident?
I think someone tried to kill me.
Oh dear. My insurance premium is really going to go up now. Thank goodness you're all right.
Exhausting. I'm not sure they're rumors.
I am not sure they are rumors.
What do you mean by that, Raoul?
I have more investigating to do. Adieu, Monsieur Brie.
I'm not sure if we actually...
Adieu, Raoul. Please return when you've learned more and we'll talk. I hope that book written by Julie Geary's great-grandmother is still in the library. If you haven't found it yet, please get it and take a look at it. It might be helpful to you.
Right, but the library has literally thousands of books in it. You said so yourself. Open door. I have it in the Twitch viewer. I'll take a peek at it in a little bit. I can see half of it. This is the library. Look at bookcase. Here we go. You scan the shelves for several minutes looking for the book that was written by her grandmother. Finally, you found it. Where? Take. Book. That was easy. Oh my Christ in heaven. You quickly thumb through Madame Geary's book about Eric, the Phantom of the Opera, and find it to be an interesting story. You are especially struck by the final paragraph. As for Eric, the Phantom of the Opera, no one is entirely sure what happened. How he met his death is unknown. It is said that after Christine Day fled with Raoul de Chagny, Eric died of loneliness and solitude in the depths of the catacombs. A skeleton unearthed in 1899 was believed to be that phantom. The few artifacts were found which were thought to belong to him. They were placed in the Opera House library for safekeeping, but no one has proven that the Phantom of the Opera did in fact die. This book sucks. Perhaps his spirit lives on, hoping that one day Christine Daae would return to him in another form, in another time. I do not believe that the world has heard the last of Eric, the Phantom of the Opera. Cool. I've read the book now. Like, what if I give the book to him? Give book to Monsieur Brie, because I've already read it. Will that help? Okay. Well, how about we talk to, like, now that we have that extra little bit of information.
Ah, you're back. I see you have Madame Geary's book now. I have been thinking about all of this, about what we're dealing with. Have you learned anything new?
You want to get a coffee?
It seems that this opera ghost...
Oh, come now, Raoul.
I have more...
Adieu, Raoul.
It did not...
Please return when you've learned more and we'll talk.
We did not solve the problem. I need a cough. 1 second. We have not seemed to solve the problem. Let's exit the library. I think we might have set an event flag, but I'm not sure. We've actually got a few places we can look at in this terrible area. Oh my God. You didn't tell me there was a door over here, mate. Go through archway. Walk to placard. What do we got here? I'm going to look at something real quick. Am I missing something? No. Already saw that. So it feels weird to me. Like I mentioned before, the Don Juan triumphant play, I don't have any idea why they would want to play that. Maybe as sort of a... You know what? I could see them actually doing it maybe as like a throwback night to, hey, remember the Phantom of the Opera story? Well, we have the legend of the Phantom of the Opera. Well, we have the real story that he wrote. And I could see, you know, nowadays people wanting to do that. People would want to read, like, if like the Zodiac Killer wrote a play, I bet you people would want to read the play written by the Zodiac Killer. For example, what is this room? Oh, box 5. Let's go to box 5, because that's the one that the Phantom was always interested in. It's locked. Of course it's locked. Let's... go this way instead. This game sucks, right? This game blows ass. Which is a shame, because I don't think the game itself is necessarily I think the idea is sound, but I feel like the execution is a little dick and balls. Could be wrong. It's a shame.
You're a loser, which means I'm a loser, which means my dad was right.
Is there anything possibly that we might have missed from before? No, we'll just continue on. Now we've got some extra stuff. We've got information. We've got a book. We can go visit the one lady who was who was, what do you call it? Who was practicing? What could we? It says on the walkthrough like 5 minutes later after talking to the Monsieur Brie, and I don't know what that means because we didn't go left, did we? Like we walked this way, but then we walked back right. Oh, hey, we found a friend. Totally missed him the whole time.
Yes, what is it? Are you Charles? Yes, I am Charles.
Hi, Charles.
Please, tell me about your job here at the theater. I am the stage manager. Since you obviously do not know what that is, I shall tell you. Quite literally, the stage manager runs the show once rehearsals have ended and the show opens. A show belongs to the director only until opening night, at which time I am in charge.
Am I winning? I mean, I'm not necessarily losing, but winning is
Please, continue describing your job.
We haven't been killed by the
From
Phantom
my
yet.
command station here, I stay in constant
I am losing because
with
I'm talking to
virtually
this
everyone
guy.
in the theater. I make sure the show runs smoothly and without a hitch. I follow the script as it goes and call all of the sound and lighting cues. And although it's not in my official job description, I handle certain personnel problems when they arise.
I like to give sloppy HJs.
What sort of personnel problems? I make sure everyone is here on time, for one thing. I take care of personality clashes between stars. I make sure everyone is happy.
God, I want to punch this guy.
Please tell me a little about the Opera House.
Not hard.
The Opera House was designed by Charles Garnier and first commissioned during the reign of Emperor Napoleon III. Go on, please. The work was halted in 1870 with the onset of the Franco-Prussian War. Napoleon III was exiled, and the Commune of Paris took control of the city. The opera was taken over by the communards as an arsenal and warehouse.
That sounds like a slur.
Prison. A prison? Many prisoners were incarcerated and tortured deep in the catacombs below the opera. By 1872, the communards were defeated and the new government was installed. Very interesting. How big is this building? It covers nearly 3 acres. It is 17 stories high, 7 of which are below street level.
This can't be relevant. Shut up.
Tell me more about the catacombs.
Shut up.
The water level on the site was bad. There is a lake deep beneath the stage area. It's now basically a sewer. Ever since the commune was in control and the area was used as a prison, there seems to be a perpetual chill that no amount of modern electric lighting is able to dispel. How do I get down there? You can't. It was sealed off long ago. If there is a way down there, then it's through some secret passage we don't know about.
Cool. Where's your sledgehammer?
By the way, I am Detective Raoul Monton with the Sûreté. What of it?
I'm just gonna pull on that little red handkerchief around your neck until you just lose that smug smile.
Can you tell me
piece of
anything
shit.
about tonight's mishap? Everyone was in the appropriate positions. There was no one in the fly loft or catwalks. All the lighting is controlled from the booth. I cannot imagine how it could have happened.
This guy's the Phantom. This guy's the Phantom, isn't he?
How was the chandelier attached?
There is an alcove in the ceiling through which the chandelier's electrical wires and harness are rigged. You must go to the fly loft and traverse the catwalks above the ceiling to get there. Well, oops. I don't.
Now
but some of the ballet
girls
certainly do.
What do you mean? The ballet girls know something?
They believe it's the opera ghost, you see. One ballerina in particular is spreading rumors.
We already talked to her.
Do you mean the Phantom of the Opera?
Yes, isn't it silly? They are saying
isn't
it's the Phantom's
silly?
Ghost returned to seek revenge on those who did him wrong 100 years ago.
Isn't it just a humdinger?
Who is this ballerina?
Her name is Julie Geary.
We already met her.
Who else might be here?
As soon as I finish what I'm doing, I'm going home. You might find Christine Florent in her dressing room. She is so dedicated to her art that she never leaves.
Guy has a coke problem. He says that he's super busy. He is at an empty podium.
Goodbye for now. And thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Goodbye, sir.
Now I can finish writing down these sound cues so I can get out of here and go home. Goodbye, sir.
Cool story, mate. You know, now that we've
Pro Fight received an aggregate score of 35 100ths for the
That's a good
PlayStation 3
text-to-speech
version,
like
34
film.
100ths for the Xbox 360 version, both indicating generally unfavorable reviews.
It looks like shit. I'm gonna be real, it looks terrible. You know, now that I've talked to that guy, I kind of want to go talk to Monsieur Brie again. Because now that I have...
Lorenzo Baldo of IGN Italia rated the game 4 tense points, calling it disgraceful and immature, and saying that feminists would be right to be angry about the game.
What am I hearing? That it hasn't given me footsteps this entire time. Why is it doing it now? I'm gonna go talk to Monsieur Brie. Get that guy a Benadryl. It looks like, honestly, for a game producer that seems to be wanting to highlight certain features of certain members, certain lovely ladies, I feel like they did a piss poor job of it because it looks terrible. And I know that a lot of that isn't necessarily, you know, I can't blame them all for that because it's a time period sort of thing and a budget sort of thing. But there's a fundamental art style that they went with that I don't think is even remotely sexy. And I know no one asked me, but to the everyman or woman, I feel like if you pulled up that game, you would expect something more like Turok, not Turok, like Virtual Fighter, like Street Fighter, like Mortal Kombat. You want to see some movement, some fun happenings? Yeah, go get yourself a beach volleyball game. Hello, talk to Brie.
Ah, you're back. Learned anything new?
I have more.
Adieu, Roll.
Okay, never mind.
Please return when you've learned more and we'll talk.
What do I even have so far in my investigation? This speak with the cheese-loving gentleman again. 5 minutes later, witness an unfortunate event. Like, what does that entail? I just had the actual walkthrough and should have had it not try and be cute. Like, it's not going to be here, I'm guessing. There's nothing up here. There might be something in here later, but there's nothing in this room for now. So let's continue back right. This is why I like having the information downloaded in advance, just so I don't end up... Although, you know what? I never did go and look in the other boxes. I only went to box 5. Maybe there's something in the other boxes that I need to investigate. Maybe there's someone just hanging out in box 4. Or box 6, for example. Or they're all locked. Who knows? Walk to bust. Box 7, are you open? I mean, it's a point-and-click adventure game. I've got to assume something's different with one of these, you would think. Could be wrong. Newt. You got to do the... if you're doing the sound effects, you got to do it without the exclamation mark. It's only exclamation mark if you're doing it directly. That's why it's not working. And it only works directly if you've given Twitch some of your money. I know, I'm sorry. It's annoying. If I walk down the stairs, walk to wall, I've already walked everywhere. Walk this way instead. I've already seen all that. Okay, let's continue to the east. I have 2 days scheduled for this. I don't... Unless I start seeing some amazing stuff in the next, in the next 30 minutes, I'm not sure...
I'm as hard as Nigali steel.
There we go. I'm not sure, we might need to rearrange the schedule. Because I don't know how invested I'm going to be. Because this game doesn't seem to be, what is happening with this channel? What is going on in channel 943? Good Lord in heaven. Channel 943 is boned. So what if I move this? What if I pull this back to the other side? I'm interested enough to want to keep doing it, but I don't know if I have the heart to come back unless it starts getting real compelling. What is this? The fuck is this? Is that supposed to be the Phantom? He's just out here looking stupid. It's Carmen Sandiego. She's in New York. He's like, well, bye. Okay, I've witnessed a spooky event. I think that was the cutscene I needed to see. That was an unfortunate event. So I probably need to go follow him, right? Pull this. So, Kung Fu Factory made Mortal Kombat 6 and 7 under a different name before doing MMA games, Girl Fight and wanting... Was Mortal Kombat 6 and 7 any good? I kind of was under the impression that Mortal Kombat got worse the longer, the further along in the series you got. Am I off base on that? Alright, we're gonna... let's go ahead and see if we can follow Eric to the right. Maybe he's gonna set some event flags in this area. I'm a little concerned because I'm a little worried it's gonna make me go talk to Bree again, which sounds awful. You played 1 and went nah. I mean, Mortal Kombat was an interesting enough series, in my opinion. It wasn't really for me. Damn it. I really don't want to have to visit Bree again. I probably need to tell him. Oh, that's so annoying. Is there like a way to like... No, you can't even... You can't even skip the walking. Is there like a gameplay options? There's no speed. Okay. Street Fighter 2 Turbo and Killer Instinct are the only fighting games you've liked. I played Street Fighter 2 on the SNES a lot. Other than that, I really haven't played a lot of fighting games. You know what fighting game was fun? Oh God. Was it Lethal League? It was the one with Candyman. Expect you like SF6 because it has baby mode. Baby mode is fun. Mortal Kombat 6 and 7 were Deception and Armageddon, respectively, and after Armageddon, I think they did a big reboot of the series because it was dying. Oh, it's kind of like the last... They had to jump the shark because they... Well, I guess it had already jumped the shark by that point, but it was kind of a last hurrah sort of thing. I'm going to be so mad if I go to Bree and he's going to be like, well, I might be the Phantom. Ha ha ha, just kidding. I didn't really get into fighting games. I was a little too young when they came out to be able to go and pick it up on my own. And by the time I was old enough where I might have possibly been interested in it, that ship had sailed. It's the mobile port version of Deception. They did a reboot that went into multi-universe. Guess they're not tied. I mean, a fighting game's plot is really just the vessel to get to get you to the next fighter person.
You're
you
back.
know,
Learned anything new?
it's like plot just to get you far enough so that you'll be fighting someone else. God.
It seems that this opera ghost of yours does exist.
Oh, come now, Raoul. You've been listening to too many rumors.
You and Charles sound alike.
Well, he doesn't believe these rumors either. We're both sane, rational men.
What do you have to say about all this?
Well, what do you have to say about all this?
Perhaps there is more to this than I thought. Do you really think this could be the work of the original Phantom of the Opera? Has Eric really returned?
I don't know. Which is the one that helps me progress? I don't want to be like, it's possible.
Yes, I think so.
Well, I shall await further information before I commit to such a leap of faith. But the evidence is compelling.
It seems to me we're dealing with the supernatural.
Well, if one believes in that sort of thing. Do you?
Yes, it's the only explanation.
Then you are much more fanciful than I, Raoul. But all of this does give me the creeps. Well, Raoul, it sounds as if you've done an excellent job with investigating this case. It seems that all evidence points to the existence of something or someone trying to make us believe that he is the real Phantom of the Opera. I say we should...
Raoul, you've done a hell of a job walking back and forth between both ends of the theater. You hear a woman scream in the distance. Oh, did I? Thanks. I didn't...
What was that? Who was that?
I think it was a woman's scream in the distance. You recognize it to be Julie Geary's voice.
Quickly! Go to Christine's dressing room. Find out what happened.
Sir, can you do it? It's so far away. It's so far away. Yay! Yay! It sent us there! You hear a woman screaming at the base of your spine. God, that's so good. Oh no!
She's dead! I saw him, monsieur! The Phantom! He was wearing his mask this time! I was backstage when he came running out of the stage right stairwell. He ran up the circular staircase towards the fly loft. Hurry! He's probably still there!
He was backstage. He went to the circular stair... Oh, gosh. Walked to Christine. Catching the murderer is more important than anything else. Oh, you're right. Give parchment to Julie. Okay, never mind. You could tell this is important shit because it's the music has gotten intense. Oh my god. You say that. He sure is taking his sweet time. I'm just gonna take a real quick drink. Oh jeez. Oh jeez, the murderer. Oh jeez, the murderers. Oh. Oh, these stairs. Oh. He's Tex Murphying his way slowly down the stairs. Yeah, the ghost definitely isn't going to be able to do that. My arm is disturbingly long. What do you mean? You mean for my drink? That's not my arm. I'll take another drink. That's just my drinking stick. You like my drinking stick? Yeah, I'm not sure what their strategy was with. I don't know if it's supposed to be dramatic, but they missed the mark. They missed the mark with how slow it is. You don't like my drinking stick? You don't like anything! I like my drinking stick. Is the ghost stuck up here? The music might have changed. Let me save it. There we go. We're gonna go this way. Did I die? You awake as if from a deep, dark sleep. You could swear that it was a kiss that woke you. Weird. You are gazing into the eyes of a beautiful girl. She resembles Christine Florent, but it is not her. A strange man stands beside her. Your head hurts. You feel dizzy and disoriented. You like the eye patch? Thank you. I was trying to get the do-rag was not working, and I'm like, what if I make it into a pirate thing? And
Raoul,
Kitty and
wake
my dog
up. Are you all right?
Is this supposed to be Christine Daae?
Monsieur de Chenet! Oh dear, oh dear. Wait, he's opening his eyes. He's awake. Dieu merci. Thank God.
Oh, Raoul, are you all right? Can you hear me?
Go away, my head hurts and I want to sleep.
Go away. My head hurts and I want to sleep.
Of course, Raoul. But we want to make sure you are all right. Otherwise, we shall send for the doctor.
Just answer our questions, man. We want to know how extensive the damage is.
Where am I?
Why, you're on the stage of the opera. You had a bad fall. What were you doing in the fly loft, Raoul? You're lucky you bounced off of a flat. My love, you could have been killed.
The Phantom, he pushed me.
But the Phantom, he pushed me.
The Phantom? You mean the opera ghost? You saw him? My dear Vicomte, are you sure?
He's had a bad fall, Monsieur Richard. He needs to rest.
Did you call me Vicomte?
Raoul, don't tell us that you have amnesia.
That would be really cliché and stupid.
You are Raoul, the Vicomte de Chenet. Have you forgotten?
Dear Raoul, that should help, shouldn't it?
She kisses me and I'm like, he just killed a dude. A lady, excuse me.
I fucking hate all of you. All of you. Fuck you, you pretentious pricks. Oh Raoul, of course you are right. Now relax and let me get you some wine.
Raoul is just on the ground like, go fuck yourself. And Christine's like, he's just tired. He just needs a rest.
Mademoiselle Florent? Who is that?
The poor man is delirious. Shall we take him to the hospital?
Who are you?
I'm Christine. Remember
Are you
Christine
gonna say?
Day?
Yeah.
Perhaps you should see a doctor, Raoul.
I've only ever heard it as Daye. Ever. The fact that they got it wrong in every circumstance is wild.
Christine Day? But you look like Christine Florent.
We are... No. The guy who hired us is Monsieur Brie. We are Raoul... Who fucking cares? We are not Raoul, the original Raoul.
Who is Christine Florent? I think you must see the doctor.
Yeah, there's two Raouls. We're one of them, but we're not the original Raoul who was... This sucks. This game sucks.
Wait, can you tell me the date?
Why, it's June 24.
What is the year?
How many years has it been, June 24? A while.
The year? Why, 'tis 1881.
All year long.
Shut up.
Who is he?
He sounds like a nerd.
You know Monsieur Richard. He's the manager of the opera. He's one of your closest friends.
Don't worry about it, old man. Rest your head. It will all come back to you in a while.
I don't know about all that.
I must know about that unusual tuxedo you are wearing. Where did it come from? I have never seen that style before. Very dashing.
The tuxedo? It's what I always wear to the opera.
I have never seen you wear that particular tuxedo. It looks, I don't
Daughter is rightfully
know,
irritated with the plot.
something.
Hello, daughter.
Is it something they're wearing in London these days?
It sucks.
Yeah, well, never mind.
It sucks real bad.
Please go now. I'll be all right.
So do we have the same haircut as original Raoul?
Of
Like the same
course.
haircut, same
I
mustache,
must
same
run
beard?
out for a bit, Raoul. I shall be in my dressing room in a while. Please, come visit me. I need to speak with you.
Bring a sock with you to
My
put on the door
will be
handle.
open when I'm back. Rest and don't overtax yourself. Adieu. See you soon.
Okay, looking at my terrible walkthrough, where it says that I'm in the...
Take it easy, Raoul. I shall be in my office. Come see me in a bit. I have received yet another note from our friend, the opera ghost. Adieu for now.
Give me 5 P's for a quarter, you'd say.
Now, where was I? Oh, yes. The important thing was that I had an onion on my
What has happened
belt.
to me? I've gone back in time somehow. And they say I'm Raoul de Chagny. This is bizarre. I must be dreaming. I'll pinch myself.
Ooh,
Ouch.
that hurt my butt.
Well, I'm awake and I'm still here. I guess all I can do is work this thing out. Maybe catching the phantom is the key. All right, I'll go along with this, whatever it is. Look out, Eric, Monsieur Phantom of the Opera.
Raoul's losing it.
I've got your number.
Raoul's losing it. Okay, so we're back in time. We lost everything. I lost all the items I picked up. What was the damn point? It's probably because I'm in novice mode. Most likely because I'm in novice mode, they skipped over a puzzle or two. It says to find a tool on the ground. Does this look like a tool? Looks like a tool to me. Some kind of hook-like object on the floor. Take. And the next really important information it gives me is search high and low for important items. All right, thanks. It says including a light source. Gotta know that. Able to do things, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? Get the thing. That's all I need to know. Let's go. We might as well go downstairs. Maybe you travel back and forth in time, but this is really in this quantum leap, but it sucks. I'm going to assume we don't go back and forth in time, but honestly, I have nothing to prove one way or another. Can we go through this door now? It was locked before. If we go back and forth between the two time periods, that sucks. Beat gentleman with a cable hook. Hello.
Bonjour, monsieur. Bonjour. Whom might I be addressing?
I am Jacques, and I know who you are, monsieur. It is a pleasure to meet the Vicomte de Chanay.
They're saying that word wrong, too. I was going to say something. I forget what it was.
What do you do here at the opera, monsieur?
I am the prompter. I stick my head through the hole up here in the ceiling and prompt the actors if they forget something. Wonderful job, but it was a bit hard on the feet, until they installed that little seat. At my insistence, I might add. I used to have to stand for the duration of the entire opera.
You're not the opera ghost.
You are not the opera ghost, I take it.
How fucked is that? If you're like, hey, back in, old time England.
No, mon Dieu, Lord, no. I don't look a bit like him.
Or France or whatever, and you're like, hey, you're not Jack the Ripper, are you? Have you ever seen the guy?
Have you ever seen the opera ghost?
Oui, I have indeed. I was in the fly loft, helping with rigging some scenery. I was holding onto a purchase line when I looked up and saw him. He was standing on the catwalk, watching me closely.
What did he look like?
Well, he had a black cape and a mask.
He was tall and was wearing dark, formal attire.
That's exactly...
He had a long cape.
Okay.
I could not see his face, but he was wearing a mask. He didn't react at all when I looked at him. He just stood staring at me.
And then he started rubbing his private areas, and I felt very uncomfortable.
Why does he wear a mask, I wonder?
Why, to cover the hideousness of his deformity. It is said that no man can look upon his features and not be repulsed.
What happened after he stood staring at you?
To confirm who Raoul was and accidentally read the plot continues getting worse.
We had a face-off for several minutes. I was too terrified to move. Then, after a while, he simply pulled his cape around himself and vanished into thin air. I almost dropped the line I was holding. I have not been to the fly loft since.
What can you tell me about the opera ghost?
I'm trying to decide whether I want to finish this, because this game... I know Kitty is probably not a fan.
His real name is Eric, and he's as much flesh and blood as you or I. He lives beneath the opera, deep within the catacombs. I know, for I have been down there.
How do I find the catacombs?
They've been sealed off. There was once an entrance from the cellar, but it was too drafty. Now there is no entrance, except perhaps through the sewage system. There must be a secret entrance somewhere in the theater. It's the only way the Phantom could enter. Sometimes I hear his music through the walls.
That's all fair.
His music?
Ink the Band-Aid off. Well, I'm not going to finish it tonight, that's
Yes.
for sure.
He has a pipe organ in his abode, and some nights it can be
I need you to speak up, guy.
Catacombs. Much of what he plays is original, but I think his favorite piece of music is Bach's Gigue from French Suite No. 5. I hear that one often.
I've got like a very irritating pain in my shoulder blades, which is like, not shoulder blades. My neck muscles around there, and it's like I am looking really forward to stretching out that muscle in about 10 minutes.
Do you know anything about his past?
He was born disfigured. The first gift his mother gave to him was a mask. Despite his handicap, he grew up exceptionally intelligent and talented.
What were his talents?
Music, first and foremost.
Oh my God!
He studied music as a child, and then later he studied architecture. I've not told anyone.
I should go, Commander Shepard.
And Lord, you knew him? Tell me more.
Yes, I was in one of his first school classes.
Uh-huh. Where did he study architecture?
He taught himself. He was not a social person. He only went to school in his early years.
Uh-huh.
What brought him to live in the catacombs?
He practiced his architectural knowledge in Persia, building palaces for the rulers there. He was especially
He was born a loser, and he was talented with a pipe organ, but because his face wasn't good, nobody cared.
A code.
He came to the attention of Charles Garnier, the opera architect.
Code.
And Garnier hired him?
Yes. He worked in private, so as not to frighten the other workers. When the
shut up!
Thank you for your time.
Adieu, monsieur.
Shut up! Woo! Okay, that was good times. I'm gonna have to think about it. This game sure is something. I'll think about it. It's on the schedule for. It's on for tomorrow. Ugh. We'll see. I'll think about it overnight. We're still going to come back tomorrow regardless. I don't really have any other plans. So, I could move Roblox to tomorrow and do this next week. I'm not doing that. If you have any suggestions, thoughts, ideas, let me know in the Discord if you really want to see this. And I'm down for finishing it if you guys are down. I don't know. We'll see. Talk about it tomorrow. I'm going to bed. Love you. Bye.